source material bonus content.
Do you guys have 10 minutes?
It's too much.
Can you do it? I'm going to do a CBR.com 20 villains who embarrassingly defeated the Hulk. We're going to run down through the list real quick and just get your opinions. All right, you ready?
Is that what this show has come to? Doing a bit for the casual heroes?
Lists.
Okay.
Lists. Here we go. Number 20, Dr. Octopus. Nothing says embarrassing like Hulk's loss to Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man Volume 1, number 19.
Wait, really?
Not only did Spider-Man's 8-armed enemy defeat the Hulk, but it was a no contest. Hulk had stepped in to help Spidey against Doc Ock and his newly formed Sinister Six, but Doc Ock's new mechanical arms proved to be too much for the Green Goliath. Hulk couldn't get a single shot in, and after a few rapid-fire blows from Doc Ock's tentacles, Hulk was done. Hulk wouldn't have his revenge until Incredible Hulk Volume 1, number 396. When he'd have a brief meeting with the villain in Las Vegas. Doc Ock, Mark Radulich.
That's horseshit.
Was that? Yeah. Was that written by
a child?
Shoot,
Jonas.
I can't remember his name.
Caleb.
He has 8 arms. He wins.
He went to Image.
You talking McFarlane?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 396. Sounds about where he would be.
Yeah.
All right, number 19. This is a classic Hulk villain, Abomination. Hulk was nearly put down for good during his first encounter with Abomination. Abomination, the monstrous form of the KGB agent Emil Blonsky, made his debut in...
Samuel L. Bronkowitz presents Catholic High School Girls in Trouble.
Made his debut in Tales to Astonish Volume 1, number 90. The terrifying new Hulk villain was both stronger than the Green Goliath and smarter than him since Abomination maintained Blonsky's intellect. Hulk stood no chance. Abomination pummeled his adversary within an inch of his life.
No chance in hell. You've got no chance.
Grabbed Betty Ross. Is it Betty? I thought it was Betsy. I think I'm getting that. Betty. Betty
Definitely
Ross.
Betty.
And then fled the scene. In the years that followed, Abomination would continue to pose a major threat to the Hulk, but he would never dominate his enemy like he did when he debuted. All right, Mark Radulich. That's number 19, the Abomination. Here we go. We're getting into number 18, the Wrecker. The Wrecker is a B-list villain at best. Yes.
Yeah, this was the group of thugs that Loki gave magical weapons to.
Yeah, that's right. Despite having he and his crowbar being imbued with Asgardian power, Wrecker is routinely defeated by everyone from Spider-Man to Iron Man. Yet, on one bizarre occasion, he one-shotted the Hulk. The incident came shortly after Wrecker formed his own team of similarly empowered criminals known as the Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew ran into Hulk and the rest of the Defenders, where Wrecker landed his improbable blow. With one swing of his crowbar, Wrecker knocked out Hulk and then continued on his way as if he hadn't just peaked as a supervillain.
Yeah, that's horseshit too.
Horseshit, maybe, stick.
Well, no, here's the thing. The Hulk can crack a planet, and the stronger and the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. So, just hitting him in the head with a fucking magical crowbar is not going to do anything.
Well, here's the thing. What if you don't give him time to get mad? What if you hit him so hard before he gets mad enough, he gets knocked out?
Hulk is the
Hawkeye
strongest.
Shot him in the eye.
He shot Bruce Banner.
And he still hulked out.
He still hulked out?
Yes. That's how he survived.
We covered a Hulk story, I think, on here one time where he tried to kill himself.
That was the Avengers.
It was very, very early in the run.
That was the Avengers. I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy spit it out.
No, we actually covered the story that happened in, and I wish I could remember what it's called now. It's in the earlier episodes of this show, and it might have been one of those ones I did solo. But, yeah,
Let me guess. Watchmen.
Moving on. All right. The Circus of Crime, number 17, led by the Ringmaster. The Circus of Crime is a crew of circus team villains that originally squared off against Captain America during the 40s. They were reintroduced in the 60s and faced off against the Hulk and Incredible Hulk number 3. While the members of the Circus of Crime certainly have unusual skill sets, none of them are superpowered per se, which makes Hulk's loss to them especially embarrassing. In fact, the group of villains took out Hulk with a high-powered hose. That from someone who was supposed to be the toughest hero in the MU at the time. Number 16, rather popular villain, Dr. Doom. Now, this guy I could see, possibly.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go with Dr. Doom.
Okay. So apparently he takes out the Hulk with ease in Fantastic Four number 320. The story features Bruce Banner's Grey Hulk persona, Dr. Fix-It, Mr. Fix-It, excuse me. Not Dr. Fix-It.
Don't take it away. He got his degree.
From What's the Matter You?
Someone start singing Motley Crue. He's the one they call Dr. Fix-It. He's going to make you feel all right.
How about we don't?
You're trying to take my gimmick from me?
There it is.
You were late, sir. You were late. That was like a damn softball. And you did nothing.
He really did lob that out there.
I sing when I want to sing, not when you command it. I'm not your monkey.
I'm not your dancing monkey.
Oh, boy. So anyway, the story features Bruce Banner's Grey Hulk persona, who's lured by Dr. Doom into the Nevada desert. Using his advanced technology, Doom quickly defeats the Hulk before manipulating him into working for him.
Okay, so we've got 2 instances of Mr. Fix-It being knocked out, and the rest are the Hulk, right?
I don't know if they said Grey Hulk yet or not. I think Mr. Fix-It was...
I think you said Grey Hulk. Yeah, Mr. Fix-It is Grey Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yes. Dr. Doom...
Well, then some of these make more sense to me then, because Grey Hulk was considerably weaker than Green Hulk.
Yes.
Much weaker, yeah.
It says Doom plays on Hulk's hatred for the Thing and eventually motivates him to confront the Thing. I actually think I have that issue, because if I remember right, it's like Thing and Hulk looking at each other and Dr. Doom's in the middle. To confront the Thing to find out who is stronger. Hulk and the Thing's feud is reignited, leading to one of their most intense fights ever. However, what still catches our eye from the story is just how easily Doom beats Hulk. So number 15, one we've talked about here on the Source Material podcast, Maestro. So we're not really going to go too much into that other than...
Because that is the Hulk.
That is the Hulk.
The Hulk beat the Hulk.
Snaps his neck. I mean, just whoosh, some bad stuff. So yeah, but that's number 15. Now let's get into 14, Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner knew he had a serious threat on his hand when the mysterious Red Hulk debuted in Hulk Volume 2, number 1. Right out the gate, Red Hulk destroys Abomination and Wendigo, obliterates Tony Stark's helicarrier, and pummels Thor.
Yeah, again, that's not embarrassing. That I can totally see.
Oh, number 13, Hulk Killer. The Hulk Killer was a robot created by the leader for the sole purpose of destroying Hulk. With the leader believed to be gone at the time, General Ross stumbles upon the dormant Hulk Killer and tales to astonish number 86. Ross and his team attempt to use Hulk Killer to target the Hulk, but upon being animated, the Hulk Killer is uncontrollable. The Hulk Killer proceeds to blindly destroy anything in his path. When Hulk finally arrives on the scene, Hulk Killer knocks him off his feet with a single punch. The two engage in a long battle, concludes with Hulk reverting back into Bruce Banner. All right, now that's a villain I never even heard of. So you're reaching back to Tales to Astonish 86. Number 12, Princess Python.
That's just made up.
Nobody could have expected.
Is that Nicole Bass?
Rest in peace. Nobody could have expected that Princess Python and her pet would one day subdue the Hulk.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Princess Python, a member of the villainous Circus of Crime, has set her pet python on Hulk numerous times before. Each time, the Hulk was able to brush off the snake's attack. For whatever reason, the python overpowered Hulk in Incredible Hulk number 470. And for Princess Python's snake coiled itself around the Hulk and choked him out, giving the Circus of Crime another victory over the Hulk.
God, this is some of these are just like WWE bookings.
Number 11, Juggernaut.
See, I could see that one.
All right, here we go. Hulk and Juggernaut are two of the most unstoppable forces in the Marvel Universe. Although Hulk has managed to consistently beat Juggernaut whenever they meet, Juggernaut finally pulled one over on him in Incredible Hulk number 402. The issue featured Hulk on a mission in the Amazon rainforest where he's attacked by a massive worker. Turns out the attacker is not just any strong workman, but is Kane Marco, a.k.a. Juggernaut. Caught off guard, Hulk briefly struggles with Marco before being laid unconscious by his foe. The story concludes with the revelation that Marco had been hired by none other than the Red Skull, who plans to take Hulk captive and exploit his power. Number 10, closing on the end of this list. Holy shit. I can't wait to get to number 9. Number 10, the Mandarin. Although he typically antagonizes Iron Man, the Mandarin has had his fair share of battles with other Marvel characters. The mystical villain clashed with Hulk in Incredible Hulk 108 in his attempt to subdue the Hulk and then use for world domination purposes. Armed with his 10 magical rings and advanced technology, the Mandarin quickly overpowers the Hulk. The encounter ended with the Mandarin trapping Hulk in a gas chamber, rendering him unconscious before the Mandarin uses the Hulk to do too much damage. Nick Fury steps in to free the Hulk.
Yeah, that
okay,
one,
what do you think?
I mean, much like Superman, he's vulnerable to magic, so that would make sense.
All right, Mark's out of this one because I think Ronnie, you might have a comment on this one. Number 9, Pitt. Image Comics Pitt.
Dumb.
Okay, all right. Well, there was a crossover in 1997. Pitt went toe to toe. Pitt is like, I guess,
Pitt is the Hulk.
Yeah, because he was Dale Keown's creation that went
claws.
Over. Yep. All right, we won't go much into that. Mark Radulich, you heard of the Gremlin?
Yeah, you pour water on them and they multiply. You don't feed them after dark.
We're all getting tired because we're water.
Hey, Jesse, in the history of bad ideas, what was the worst? Well, X-Men Legacy was probably pretty bad. But remember that night I drugged the worst podcast out ever and then decided to do another list?
This is not the worst podcast.
All right, so the Gremlin is the son of the first villain that Hulk battled, the Gargoyle.
Oh, wait, I'm wrong?
I'm afraid so. Afraid so. This is, in his attempt to...
On so many different levels.
In his attempt to protect Steven Spielberg. With the Gargoyle not living to see past Incredible Hulk #1, the Gremlin vowed to avenge his father. And the Gremlin, who'd later become Titanium Man, that's a name I recognize, had numerous skirmishes with Hulk until he finally pulled out a victory in Hulk 187. The issue sees
I remember him being Titanium Man now.
Yeah, he looks like him for sure. The issue sees the Gremlin try out various tactics on the Hulk, each one failing until he used a weapon of his invention called an electrostasis gun. The weapon's blast knocked out the Hulk, allowing the Gremlin to take him captive and proceed with his plot. All right, number 7, Goldbug?
What?
Isn't that Bumblebee from the Transformers?
From an A-list villain, Goldbug would have been a common criminal if it weren't for his tech. Goldbug used his technologically advanced suit to pursue gold.
I know this one. This is the James Bond villain.
No.
That's Goldeneye, buddy.
No.
I was thinking Goldfinger.
Oh,
okay.
no, wait a second. Obviously, the Hulk was a victim of the streak because in WCW, Goldbug showed up and went like... Just
end the podcast. Just end the podcast.
Oh, we got 6 more to go. Real easy. Number 6.
6 more?
Which one of you guys have heard of this guy? Zax.
Oh, I know Zax. Zax is when you go to get chicken fingers.
No.
That's what I was going to say.
You guys are so wrong.
Zaxby's.
You clearly do not recall that time that the Hulk battled Zax because he's a Lego maniac. All right.
Now, was that the same issue where he battled Fufu the Snoo?
All right, get out, both of you.
Number 5.
You guys need to see a picture of Fufu the Snoo.
Fufu the Snoo. What the hell is Brian Banner? Wait a second. Brian Banner? Bruce's father. Brian Banner is largely responsible for his son's anger issues. Of all of the monsters and demons that Hulk has gone up against, none come quite as close the memory of it as that's written wrong. To make matters worse, I'm not speaking wrong. That's written wrong. To make matters worse, Brian has resurfaced on several occasions. During the crossover event Chaos War, Brian was resurrected in the form of a monstrous combination of the Hulk and a demon and received power from his Bruce's anger. I'm literally reading that. From his Bruce's anger. Hulk would have met his demise if Jarella wasn't there. Upon seeing Jarella, Hulk's anger was dissolved and Brian lost his source of power. Number 4, Mark Radulich. Who is the biggest Hulk villain, most popular Hulk villain?
Ooh, that's not the Abomination. Thunderbolt Ross, but again, we covered him when you said Red Hulk.
The Leader.
That would have been my next guess.
The Leader has been responsible for countless. Yeah, it was.
That's what I said.
Countless threats that the Hulk has had to deal with. Then, in Incredible Hulk 139, the Leader nearly finished off Hulk for good. In the issue, Leader induces hallucinations within Hulk, convincing Hulk that he's fighting an endless gauntlet of enemies. Hulk's endless battle includes going up against Absorbing Man, Mandarin, Sandman, Rhino, Namor, Iron Man, and more. Luckily, before Hulk passes away from a heart attack, his friend Jim Wilson discovers the ruse and stops the Leader. So he didn't pass away. This is before Hulk passes away from a heart attack, so he must have been going crazy. Oh, here's Fufu the Snoo.
Wait, what?
Foo-Foo the Snoo has made his appearance on source
That's
material.
a real thing?
Foo-Foo the Snoo.
It's all about Foo-Foo the Snoo.
All right.
Wait, that's what?
Foo-Foo the Snoo.
You don't know Foo-Foo the Snoo?
No.
It's all about Foo-Foo the Snoo.
That means nothing to me.
Did you know that you could learn all about Foo-Foo the Snoo if you keep your eyes open instead of reading with them shut?
I hate you right now.
Oh, 3 left. 3 left.
Ronnie Adams, you could learn to play a Hut Zut, or you could learn all about Foo-Foo the
Is this some Dr.
Snoo.
Seuss crap?
If you just would learn to read with your eyes shut.
This book.
Read with your eyes shut.
Read with your eyes open, rather, not with them shut.
Oh, okay. Ronnie Adams, tell me about number 3, Horfin.
Who? Orphan?
I think she's the prostitute I slept with in Mexico.
Number 3.
Is she the shark prostitute? What is happening? These aren't real.
That night that the Hulk paid some lady of the night to go down on him, and it turned out to be a shark prostitute.
This whole thing has gone terribly wrong.
Oh, I can't breathe again.
Oh, Horfin. Watch out. All right, number 2.
You keep saying that, but that's another thing that means nothing to me. Who is this?
Horfin. Horfin, as a descendant of the frost giants, Horfin is an enormous wolf made up of ice.
Also related to Foo-Foo the Snoo.
One of the worst, one of the worst frost giants ever. Foo-Foo the Snoo gave Thor a hard time.
I swear.
When the giant wolf was finally unleashed, it launched itself at Hulk and Hulk's partner at the time, Agamemnon.
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 How do you know that name?
He was part of the Pantheon.
Okay.
Hulk was.
Horfin took the two into his mouth and clamped down instantly, ending both of their lives.
No, Mark.
I'll bet he did.
So he killed him. He killed him dead, man.
After he drained
Because
him.
Hela
Drained him dry, because he took him in his mouth.
Oh, Horfin. Okay, number 2. Number 2 was Lord Armageddon, the ruler of the Trojans.
The what?
Yes, the ruler of the Trojans.
Did you see the Trojans?
Trojans. Trojans.
All of these don't exist in comic book lore.
Hold on now. As an extra-dimensional god that wanted Hulk gone, Lord Armageddon's thirst for vengeance was fueled by the loss of his son Trauma, whom Hulk had taken out in battle. Soon after Trauma's end, Lord Armageddon came to collect the toll, which was Hulk's life. He quickly overpowered the Hulk and then forced him to power the machine that would resurrect Trauma.
By going down on Horfin.
Well, listen, you just don't want to mess with a shark prostitute. In spite of Lord Armageddon's expectations, Hulk didn't pass in the attempt to revive Trauma. With a newfound respect for the Green Goliath, Lord Armageddon decides to spare Hulk's life. Number 1, Ronnie Adams, can you guess who the number 1 person
Rick Jones.
is?
Watchmen.
The Hulk. The Hulk had a very hard time with V for Vendetta.
It's got those stabby little knives.
Let's take a couple minutes and let Mark Radulich vent a little bit here and talk about the number 1 villain, Thanos, from the movie. Wait, there at the beginning.
They incorporated the MCU into this list?
Yes, that's number 1.
That's dumb.
Thanos beat the Hulk. Mark Radulich, what were your thoughts exactly?
Beat the brakes off him.
They had to start the movie somewhere.
Oh, he's just going to be perfectly fine. Don't you go to me, Jesse Starcher. I will throw a wrench into your plans. I am not upset about it. You're trying to tell me you're not upset about Thanos just, like, whipping the shit out of the Hulk right there at the beginning of the movie.
It's not what I would have wanted, but, they were telling the story.
Is it justified? And do you believe that what is this? What is that?
We are all having strokes live on the air.
Wait, how do you find this? You just typed in shark prostitute, didn't you? That's what you only 50 cents a night.
Oh, you sent a picture. Oh, good. What? Great. Did you do this in MS Paint?
He typed in Horfin, and this is what came up. Oh,
I'm not even angry at that picture.
Somebody specifically said, you know what, I need to draw a shark
prostitute.
And it is out there on the web for everybody to get, including Mark Radulich, which this night did not go the way Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go give the Radulich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay
I just laughed so hard I peed myself.
Oh, come on, dude.
You're a grown man. You're a grown man. How do you not control your bladder? Or other things, apparently.
Oh, shit. So,
you have to end the show. I can't take it anymore.
He peed himself.
Well, it's been the first urination on the Source Material podcast.
Oh, my God.
Rather interesting night. Rather interesting night. Shark prostitutes we got. Tried to start out in the podcast as early as possible.
Oh, God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sick to my stomach.
Give the Radulich and Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like. You can stay up on top of all your shark prostitute news. Horfins. So I don't really know where else to go from here other than just to tell everybody, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Tune in Mondays at 9 a.m. for source material on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network.